Happy holidays, graphic 45ers, and welcome to a DIY gift box tutorial. This little DIY gift box is a cinch to create and the perfect tutorial for how to use up your extra supplies or create a gift box when you're in a pinch. So you can see and store all sorts of Christmas cookies, photos, cards, you name it. You could store it in here. So many different gifts would fit in here. And you're just gonna need a couple of sheets of paper, and then we're using some of our leftover embellishments from our Christmas Cottage explosion box. This tutorial has been created for us this month by Maria Cole. Maria has created this tutorial for our Club G45 Volume 12. Along with that, she's also created this amazing Christmas Cottage explosion box with wraparound album. So to create all these projects this month, you're gonna need the Club G45 kit, and you can do that by hopping on over to our website, g45papers.com, or heading to your local G45 retailer. Of course, to create this box, you can use anything you've got in your stash. You're just gonna need a couple of sheets of paper and some ribbon, and embellishments are optional as well. And so let's go ahead, grab some sheets, and let's start creating these fun and easy gift boxes. So let's create this DIY gift box. We're gonna need a couple of sheets of paper and some embellishments and ribbon for decorating. If you'd like, you could also go to our website and print out this project sheet. It's a part of our Volume 12 Club G45 Nutcracker Suite project sheet. It's the last page on there, and it's going to have all the dimensions for you, which I'll also tell you in this video. But if you ever want to recreate this box, it might be nice to have on hand. But of course, you can always just refer back to this video as well. For our step one, we're going to take two of the same sheet. We're using Beautiful Ballet, and we're going to trim both of these to be 11.5 by 11.25. So we're going to take one of those sheets and we are going to do some scoring. We are going to score this first paper at 3 3/4 of an inch vertically. So I've got it in on the 11.5 inch side and scored at 3 3/4. Now I'm going to rotate, so I'll be scoring horizontally, and I'm going to score at 3 3/4 of an inch from the top. And I'm going to rotate again, and I'll be scoring at 3 3/4 of an inch horizontally again, but this time from the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and crease on our vertical line as well as our two horizontal lines. Like so, and then taking your scissors, we're going to cut on the left-hand side on both of those score lines to that 3 3/4 inch mark. So folding before you cut is very helpful so you can see where you're cutting. Take some adhesive and add it to the top and bottom flap on your left-hand side. And I'm going to have one of my flaps go on the outside of my center flap, just working one at a time. And then I'll have my bottom flap also now wrap around to the outside. Just wherever you put your adhesive, as long as it's all matching up, it's going to be great. So once you like your placement, you can go ahead and make sure you're getting a good bond with your papers. So with our second sheet, we are going to do the same, but on the right hand side. So how I'm going to do that is I'm just going to flip my paper over and I'm going to score at 3 3/4 on the back side. And this is on the 11.5 inch side. So now my score line is on the right hand side, as you can see here. Now I'm going to flip it and we're going to horizontally score at 3 3/4 again. Flip that upside down and horizontally score again at 3 3/4. And crease on all 3 score lines. Now take your scissors and we're going to cut those horizontal lines till we get to that 3 3/4 inch score from the right, like so. Now we'll add the adhesive to our top and bottom flap. And burnish that down. Now we're going to take our other box piece, and you can see this is making a nice sturdy double-walled box. Of course, if you wanted to make this longer, maybe you wanted to put in more treats, or you have something specific, you can always adjust it and adhere as needed, and then adjust your lid when we get to that part too. So it's also good to know that you can, you know, make this work like you want. But for now, I am just going to add some adhesive to the outside of one of these pieces, making sure not to do adhesive on the end, this end here, just on the bottom and sides. And then match up those corners, making sure everything is lying down nice and flat. And if you have any excess, you can go ahead and just take some fine tip scissors and trim that down so it's nice and neat. Step 6, we have gingerbread delights that's been trimmed down to 9 7/8 by 5 7/8. And then score this on all sides at 1 inch. And then go ahead and crease on all of those 1 inch lines. Once you have done that, we are going to cut one 1 inch section at each corner, like so. And then we can adhere our tabs in. You know, I'm just going to do a little bit of trimming on my tabs. So I'm going to take all 4 of my tabs and this outside edge, I am just going to trim just a sliver off that 1 inch point and a little bit of a triangle. That way it should help to not make my tabs as visible from the outside. So add some adhesive and get a nice 45-degree angle and just pinch until it dries. Taking that tab again, add some adhesive. Make sure that you are cut all the way to that 1 inch mark or it's gonna not lay flat. Get that 45-degree angle and pinch. Do the same with all 4 corners, and then once you've done that, you can just kind of help shape your box lid. And now we can add it to our gift box base, and it fits perfectly. So at this point, you could make tons of these boxes. It's super fast and easy, especially if you knew that you wanted to make a bunch of them. You could just do all the steps in a row and then do the fun part, which is embellishing. Of course, you can just use whatever embellishments that you've got lying around. We are going to be using some of the Nutcracker sweet stickers that come in that DCE pack, and just this large Christmas wish sticker, label sticker, we're going to put right in the center on the top. Should be great to add your little sentiment, Merry Christmas. Maybe you could put what's on side. And then we're going to just take a nice little chipboard piece and then layer it with one of these great little circles. So you can see just that little bit of embellishment just really jazzed it up. And then take some coordinating ribbon. This is our chevron trim from the Graphic 45 trim. We're taking 3 feet of this, and it's just going to tie over the box. You know, our Graphic 45 trims come in all sorts of colors, so you could match any papers that you're using. So tie it in a knot, and there you have a gorgeous little DIY Christmas box. Of course, if you haven't already, this box fits perfectly inside of our Explosion Christmas Cottage. So got this cute little lid, a wraparound album, and an Explosion album full of fun little tags and photo mats. This box fits perfectly inside, so this would make just the cutest gift, or even just storing your annual Christmas photos in here. Maybe some of your favorite recipes. I think the options are really endless. So this lid just goes back on top like so, super cute. And the wraparound album goes on top of that. So we hope that you enjoyed creating along with us this month with our Nutcracker suite. We would love to see what papers you use to make these DIY gift boxes. So go ahead and share your projects with us on our Instagram using the Graphic 45 hashtag. And if you're looking for more great tutorials like these ones, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit that notification bell, and you'll get alerted whenever we upload a new fun and fabulous tutorial like this. We wish you a happy and safe holiday season, and as always, happy paper crafting.